Hey viewers, welcome back to Grounded with me, Corknut. So, last time we had just gotten back from the Oak Lab dropping off the latest Burgle chips, which we still have to look at the recipes that has unlocked for us, but coming out of the Oak Lab, we ran into... Actually, it was even before we went into it. We ran into an infected wolf spider who was hanging out right here. He seems to have despawned now that we've loaded. But it got me thinking. I've really been kind of cowardly when it comes to spiders and the more ferocious bugs in the yard. And I think it might be about time that we started to turn the tables. So what I'm thinking is it might be about time where we go and actually dump off some of this better stuff at the first home. And then I think we want to do some exploring of areas we've already been, where we've kind of been avoiding because of the danger of the things we found there. In particular, spiders. So, we battled the assistant manager. And that went pretty well. And come to think of it, I think there's an assistant manager door in the Oak Lab. So before we go anywhere else, let's make some room in the inventory and let's go check that out and see if that's true. Because it's pretty foolish to leave a door unlocked. But once we've done that, I want to go and gear up a little bit more. And then maybe go into the hedge and see if there is anything to be done about the hordes of orb weavers that we've been avoiding fighting in the hedge. So in general, I want to try to be a little more aggressive, a little less scared, and see if we can survive. You know, if it turns out I'm wrong and we aren't capable of surviving some of these early giant monsters the game is throwing at us, then we'll back off. But for now, at least, I think it's time to bump up the aggression. Still not quite ready to face the wolf spiders in their den, so I'm not going to promise to do that yet. But that might be coming. First off, let's go make sure that there isn't a door in here that we missed, because I'm pretty sure, not done that way. I feel like there was an assistant manager door here, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was just in... Ah, there it is. Alright, let's bust out the torch so it's easier to see in here. Oops.
Just give me a second to
Hold on, my,
let my eyes adjust to that.
Ooh, the Zip R. Is that what I think it is? Where would that show up? Tools and gear? No. Jada? Stuff. Zip R. A simple rotary apparatus that utilizes aphid torque power to speed both up and down zip lines. Okay, that's fantastic. That's gonna be something we'll be able... Holy moly, and look at all these shards and bombs. That's something we're going to be able to use to get back to the top of the tabletop very easily.
I'd eat this normally.
What else here can we discard? I guess we don't need all this meat. Kind of like everything else we have, though, and for some reason... Oh, there's a ladybug. Okay. Yeah, I think we can probably just drop some food or some uncooked meat. Make sure we get all these shards. We need one more. Boy, really shouldn't be traveling with our sack this full. Is there anything else in here that we want to pick up? I'm surprised there's no symbols in here. Let's take a look at this. Zip bar, go up. Zip bar upgraded. Relative speed, fast. 67 millimeters per second. Mass of aphid wheel, 1 milligram. Mass of meat, 80 milligrams. Total, 81 milligrams. Zip. Force equals mass times gravity. Sine 0. Oh, sine angle, baby. Yep. Look at that. Alright, what are we going to drop to make room for this sturdy quartzite shard? I think we're going to drop the rope. Phelan. Love the rope. No, never mind. We're going to eat one more of these. There we go. We picked everything up. While we're still in the Oak Lab here, we might as well use this time to check out our unlocks. 22,000 science. And we unlocked stuff with the Black Ant chip and the Sandbox chip. We got the friendship offering for the Black Ant Queen. We haven't actually seen her yet, but it's going to take gum, sap, or honeydew, and some cookie. Let's unlock it. We also have advanced smithing mighty globs. So this is upgrades that we hadn't had access to until now. Brittle upgrades. Glue masher, a building designed to smash bug pieces into glue, perfect for repairing more advanced equipment. Flavored globs. Oh, look at this. Spicy glob, mint glob, salt glob, sour globs. I wonder if these will be used to upgrade our weapons so that they have... What do we call these? Elemental effects. We also find lures. Lure arrow and lure trap lures insects with an enticing aroma. This might make it easier to hunt things. And a waft emitter. Piss off bugs with a variety of pungent bug part concoctions that waft throughout the yard. Different stenches bring different swarms. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna head back to base. Empty our pockets. So many new things to check out.
That's not so bad.
Oops. Take us a while to get anywhere. but we're getting there. It's also nearing evening already. Here's an opportunity actually to test out our turret. So let's take advantage of this. Okay, unfortunately, these turret shots don't do a whole lot of damage. Okay, but we do have an arrow, a bow, and we have minty arrows, which we know Ladybug doesn't really like. Oops. Didn't mean to use my fist. There we go. And we don't have any room for the parts. So let's go make sure we dump everything off. And then come back and get this. Hopefully we did get it. A little confused by that. I guess I'll have to back up and look. Meanwhile, let's make sure we're making plant fiber still. Make sure these stations are still running. And let's see about upgrading our stuff even further. So we unlocked what? Well, the embiggening cocktail is one thing we unlocked, which we know we're going to need berry leather for. So that's a reason to go back to the hedge. We need one more gum nugget. We need toenails, which is new, and something else that we're going to have to learn from Wendell. We also learned how to make sturdy whetstones, sturdy plating, salt glob, mint glob, mighty, and spicy glob, and sour glob, which we still haven't found any sour items, but I'm sure we'll find those eventually. We learned a new recipe for brittle whetstones that just takes larva spikes, so we can now make brittle whetstones out of other items. Probably the same for brittle plating, yep. What do these take? These take sturdy shards. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a way to convert brittle into sturdy at some point in the future. Maybe. For now, we're just gonna craft as many of these as we can. And let's see what that allows us to upgrade. Let's also check the inventory. See if there's anything else we need to deposit. Yeah, let's deposit what we can. We do have these antlion parts, which might make sense to leave at a place near the sandbox. I'm going to leave them in here for now, though, because I don't think we're going back to the sandbox immediately. Also have acorn tops and a whole lot of spoiled meat. Also put what we can on the cooker. And once more consider making the jerky rat, which we can make right now. Great. We did have this once before and it was destroyed. So let's make sure we put it upstairs. And I think we have to put raw things on that. And I just put our last raw on the fire. We'll come back to that later. Other things we might be interested in making. Lure arrow. Arrow designed to attract insects. Yummy gum sandwich. Okay, we're definitely looking out to make this. We still need to make the oven for these, though. We also learned how to make a glue masher, which we can make right now. Let's do that. I guess we'll stick it here, trying to keep it out of the way. Okay, glue masher lets us make repair glue from a lot of different things. Well, we're up to 11 spider chunks. None of these seem likely to be useful for glue, except for maybe the bombardier parts, or stink bug parts, which we don't have a huge use for now. But I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with glue, so let's make one and see what happens. Another thing we can make is a lure trap, which lures insects with an enticing aroma. Let's actually make one of these outside, just to see what it's for. Oh, look at this. There's
Taking a look
a firefly right here, which in the interest of fighting things we've been afraid of. Let's see what happens. Ooh, he fires stuff. Makes sense. But yeah, not so tough. Good. If we can hit him. Ooh, ouch. Okay, so his attack does do damage. Cool, we got some iridescent scale and glow goo. Some new stuff we've never seen before. What else? Alright, we were going to make the lure trap out there. See what it does. Put it kind of far away. I also want to make more ammo for the turret. A little too far away. Let's actually make it closer and then move it. Ooh, spider music already. Yeah, let's put this over here. Just to see what it does. See who comes to it. Ammo. Let's think about ammo for the turret. I'm guessing that will be under weapons. Yes. So the basic rounds are these pointy rounds, which need a lot of thistle needles, and we don't have any of those left. We also have sappy rounds, which we'll need salt for, so we can't make those yet. Rocky rounds is going to need a lot more pebblets and acid glands, so that's a good possibility. They do high damage too. And groundy rounds, not so much. Let's go break some rocks and see if we can make a batch of the rocky rounds before any big spiders show. Hearing something moving. I'm gonna go hide. What time is it? It's a little early for the big spiders. I think we're okay. I think it might have just been these things falling. It's kind of hard to see them at night. Okay, I don't think we're going to have enough rocks. But I do want to make the rocky rounds. We need 5 more pebblets. Okay, there's got to be more close by that won't get us in trouble, right? We can also probably harvest. Oh, there was an ant in the noise. 2. Probably also harvest our. You know what? I need a torch. Torch is gone. I was gonna say we can probably also harvest our garden beds. Okay, that should be the pebblets we need. Probably missing a few because of the darkness. Cool. We now have 25 rocky rounds, which really isn't going to be enough. So probably do a couple more pebblet runs. Let's make a torch. Torch is going to be under tools. Have a bunch of stuff we can scan too, so let's go do that and look for pebblets
Burn down
on the way.
shadows and turn away the inky depths of the night.
And while we're at it, let's collect these. So many things to do. Here I said I was going to head to the hedge. We also want to move these upstairs. But maybe not. Maybe it's just worth letting these get destroyed. Does that get us anywhere near what we need? Yeah. Oh, that was the ammo. Take a look at scanner results for this glow stuff. Surprised we haven't found any recipes that use these parts yet. Firefly hanging lantern. Okay, that's not surprising. What about the iridescent scales? Just a stuffed firefly. So the fireflies aren't really useful for anything, which is good because I didn't really like the idea of killing those things. Go find a few more pebbles before it gets too late to explore at night.
Keep that nose to yourself.
Like, there should be some right over here. And that should be close to enough for one more round. Ammo. Rocky rounds. Okay, we have 2 sets of rocky rounds. We're going to deposit those because they can clearly be used from chests. We're also going to deposit all of these shards and sprouts. And then let's just do a bulk deposit of everything. Make sure we pull some arrows back out. Look at all, we have 30 mint arrows still, so I'll keep those on us. And drop off everything else. That I know we won't need. And I think that's sorted. So now the question is, do we stick around here to see if we can scare up another wolf spider? Might be wise to put some light out there. Or do we sleep and go for it in the morning? I think that's what we're gonna do.
All right, here they are. All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in. As requested, they're strapped and synced with scabbies for whatever they might run into down there. You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Okay, Dream. Thanks for explaining how I ended up down here. And thanks for saving me. Whoever you are.
Yeah, so some background story revealed there. Let's get these plantings started. Which means we're gonna need a bunch of these.
Let's see what we can find.
Alright, and then we probably should
At least it's clean.
double check our bandages and smoothies before we head out.
It's pretty good.
I also dropped my arrows again. Ah, we also want to check our upgrades. We haven't done. Okay, bandages. 3 more. And then smoothies. So we have been using soothing syrup. We want to start saving our gum though. We don't have any mushrooms. Let's actually just go harvest some mushrooms so we can make more of that.
Those aphids look like they have things to do.
And we'll make a
people to
pile
see.
of, not the gummy kind, but the beefy kind. Any more mushrooms easy to grab? I don't think we're going to be able to make very many with that quantity. There's some over there. Also catch a couple weevils for breakfast. And that should be enough to get us going. I'm gonna break some pebbles while we're here. Because we used up so many on the ammo.
Scrabble along, comrade.
And it looks like that lure did not last the night, so I'll have to experiment with that to see what the point of the lure is. I wonder if something destroyed it, or if it just expires. Not clear. We're gonna make some smoothies. Let's make them out of this stuff. And it looks like we can make 10, no problem. And have a bunch of sprouts left over for planting. So that brings us up to 14 for smoothies and 20 for bandages. That should be good. Let's put stuff on the drying rack. Looks like we don't have space. We have space for 3 things, just like the And finally, let's do the upgrades. So, armor first. Currently, we have stylish armor, level 5, and we want to change it to level 6 sleep. Takes 2 sturdy plating. Taking the sleep upgrade locks this item into that type, prevents other upgrade types from being chosen. Cool, so that is now sleek, and it gives us increased healing. And we can bump it up a little bit more for 4 more. We'll probably do that, but I want to make sure all of our armor is set to sleek first. I do like the idea of increased healing. We are giving up a bit of durability and defense, but not too much. 5%. So potentially we go another level there. But let's take a look at the weapons. We're definitely upgrading our club. And look at this, we have... To do this, we'd need to experiment with globs. I'd really like to make this club spicy. Do we have enough to make a spicy glob? And where did we see the globs? Probably here, right? Nope. Here. Okay, to make globs, we're going to need the oven. So we don't really have an option of doing that yet. And the question is, if we pick one of those, I'm guessing it locks us out of all the rest. Question is, pretty sure most of these enemies, spider lanes, yeah, a lot of the things that we really don't like don't like spicy. Is that true of infected larvae don't... Oh, infected larvae are fresh. Enemies are fresh, so the infected stuff is fresh. Mosquitoes are fresh. Stink bugs are fresh, so it's really... The only thing that's spicy is the orb weaver, wolf spider. Oh, so it actually makes more sense to make that club fresh, because almost everything except the orb weaver... Do orb weavers... Are they immune to fresh? Ooh, they resist fresh. Okay. So that's maybe a hint that we will have 2 of those clubs, one for fighting, but the initial one we want to make should be fresh. Can we make a fresh? I think to make a fresh glob, we're also going to need the oven. Yeah, requires oven. So we can't do that yet. For now, we could upgrade this one to with a mighty glob. We can probably make... That gives it better finale damage. I think we're going to hold off on that until we get the oven. And I imagine it's the same with all of these things. Yeah. Okay. With that, I think we're ready to go. Let's keep the speed slippers on. Sort this, make sure we grab our arrows. And also, I think we're good otherwise. Mint arrows, there they are. We're gonna leave the spicy ones here, just because they take up much room and we're not really gonna use them, hopefully. Although I guess they'd come in handy against the orb weavers. Did I get everything I need? Yeah, we're ready to go. Put the torch away. And let's think about where we're going. So the first interesting place that we've been avoiding are just the orb weavers in this area. Let's go and pick a fight. I did forget water, but should be plenty of water around. There's them.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
and it's just in this direction. You know, we've seen this orb weaver wandering around here,
Let's see what we can find.
and we've generally been avoiding it. Maybe it wasn't an orb weaver, maybe it was a junior. Hey. These guys are annoying, but little. And they're not doing that much damage. Of course, we aren't very good at fighting it. Oh, there's some of our shock. Great. So interestingly, the spider mark didn't disappear. See if we refresh the scanner here, if it does. Yes. Okay. So that is just an Orb Weaver Junior. What about down here? Pretty sure that one's a wolf spider. Not those two. I think those two are under the plank. Let's go look under this plank. Where's the plank? Other way. Past this can, I guess? Did we ever look inside this can? Just some liquid. There's the big plank. I know we've seen a junior underneath this plank. And we also know there's a tunnel here. Very dark tunnel, which the scanner says there will be spiders in. What the heck? Spiderling, okay. Those used to be very scary. Now they're not so much.
What do we have lurking around out here?
Oh, bunch of them. Okay. Kind of hoping that's it, but it's very dark in here. Okay. That is an Orb Weaver, I think. Yep. Okay, it's hard to fight in the dark. So let's get him out. We're doing good damage. I'm not taking that much. Nice, and we stunned it. Oh yeah, we're doing great damage. Didn't even get poisoned. Okay, fantastic. So we are, let's go check the scanner, and so there's no surprises. I think I saw 2 squares in that hole with the scanner, so let's just see if that's true. Yeah. 1 gone, 1 more. Great, well, lost again. That is really promising that we were able to dispatch that Orb Weaver so easily. Hopefully it doesn't go to my head and make me foolhardy. It's also very hard to fight in here without light.
Taking a look around.
Don't want to get stuck in these webs. Ooh, saw something. Ooh, that is a wolf spider. Okay. So wolf spider, I don't know. We've definitely fought one before. Not sure I have it in me. Wake one up. So maybe we're gonna come back and worry about wolf spiders later. Sorry.
Keep that nose to yourself.
Orb weavers are one thing. I'm still a little terrified of the wolf spiders. So we know that tunnel must go pretty far under here. Oof. Let's head to the hedge and see about taking out more wolf spiders in the hedge. I mean, not wolf spiders, orb weavers. We also want to pick up some berries. So we are extremely low on berry leathers. In this direction, we know there's a whole lot of spiders over there, but it's pretty clear up front. There's some bombardier beetles over here also. There's one, in fact. I don't really like the idea of fighting two at a time. Oof. Let's see if we can't get this one's attention. And remind me, they are weak to chopping. Okay. Oops. Ow. Okay, we're still pretty weak to their attack. But the thing is, they're not very vicious. They just like to spray you with their goo. These things are annoying. Look at his friend too while we're at it. Oops. Got his short-range defensive attack. Oh, I think there was another one behind us. Oh, larva. Okay. Not really keen on fighting two things at once.
Watch the spray from that bombardier beetle.
Nice, that lightning attack is awesome. Yeah, when he does a short-range attack, it's kind of dangerous. It's really the on-ground effect that messes me up. Because it continues to do damage. Take a snack. Did I forget to grab the food? It looks like I did. I'm gonna use some of these as food, even though they don't make the greatest food. And then down here, we're gonna start poaching some berries. Trying to keep our arrows stocked. Also, it looks like I had the wrong arrow selected, so we're probably... Oops. I was probably firing mint arrows. Yep. So let's make sure we're not doing that by mistake. It's getting a little late, so we might go up and do a rest upstairs. But for now... Let's see if we can knock down more berries. In fact, let's turn the scanner on to berry chunks, if possible. Maybe that'll mark it for us. Yeah, look at that. There's way more here than I thought. We have one here. Maybe not as valuable to mark them as I'd hoped. They show up on the map, but they are hard to spot because they're up in the sky. Okay, let's put that back on spiders for safety's sake. And we know that 3 of these makes leather, and it's going to take about 3 leather to fix our armor. So let's make sure we have at least 9. We're on the right branch. Yeah, I think that should be enough. So this is getting a little dark. It's getting a little hard to see things here. I think rather than run all the way back to somewhere where we have a lean-to, I'm just gonna go finish collecting these berries, and then we'll probably just use the beds in the lab to spend the night here so that we can reset the day.
Let's see what we can find.
I think that's about the most berries we've ever collected from this place. Maybe get this one more.
Light. Burn back the shadows and turn away the inky depths of the night.
Also possible we could just make a lean-to right here, because these things are pretty easy to make, right? Yeah, we need clovers and sprig. Not sure if clovers are available very far from here. I feel like probably some clovers right over this log. So let's take a look. It's still kind of bright out. Just need a couple sprigs and 3 clovers. So if we can find a clover patch near here, that would save time. Is that a dead one? No, he's just sleeping. I might as well take him out. Come on, swing. I used up all my stamina getting over here. Ouch. Always using up all my stamina. Okay. Clovers, right. I don't see any. Maybe that way. Don't see any that way. There's a billy hog over there. Ah, duck. There's some. Good. Oh, that's not a clover. That's a big leaf. Big broad leaf. Maybe some near the water, right? Maybe not. Maybe the best thing... Oh, here's some. Alright, is that enough to make a lean-to? Yes. Let's head back to the tree and just make a lean-to right under it so we can take a nap, reset the time, and then do a little more exploration with light. Also low on food. Let's go ahead and eat this.
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
Yeah, let's just stick this right at the top of these scissors if possible. Gears, whatever these things are. Maybe right here. And what about making a spit here? That's a little too much. We'd need more sprigs, right? Okay, yeah, we're not... I'm feeling like it's probably worth doing that too. We're going to need pebbles, sprigs, and dry grass chunks, and then we can harvest the aphids around here and not be too worried about food. I did see a bunch of dry grass just a second ago. And here's some pebbles. We're not going to make this a full base. This is just going to be like a little rest stop so that we can spend more time here without worrying about survival. Let's find some sprigs and then we'll be good. Do we have enough sprigs? No, we need 3. Probably some over by where we found the clovers. One. There we go. Let's chase that. Okay, not worth chasing in the dark. Put a little fire pit right here. And before we go to bed, let's just check the scanner one more time and see, now that it's dark, okay, yeah, the spiders aren't really changing that much. So let's go to bed here. Sleep till morning. Super safe. And we're going to go on a ground trip now. After what? After we're going to go out on a ground trip and see what this other side of the hedge that we've never really explored on foot is like. See if there's even a way through here.
Taking a look around.
Because we know there's tons of spiders on the ground in this middle part of the hedge. We've never really explored to see how hard even it is to get over here. One thing I would like to do is put on
Better
our
safe than sorry.
real armor. We're also going to have a drink of water.
That's not so bad.
And before we go and do anything crazy, what I should actually do is make sure we've roasted some food. We'll eat one of these for now. But just in terms of food, we have nothing.
Or, I guess I thought I did.
So let's get some aphids going. We'll get some aphids or weevils, put them on the spit. Again, I'm always saddened that we can't eat these disgusting ladybug larvae. But at least they die fast. Okay, so I do expect to find aphids this way. I'd also expect weevils. See them all over the place usually, except for when we're looking for them.
Unmistakable sight of a larva.
Plenty of larvae. Do feel like we're getting further from our goal. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe we just go for it. Let's see. Actually, I think what I'm gonna have to do, head back toward our new camp. See if we can't find any aphids there. I guess we've done a little exploration in this direction. I don't think the Billy Hog has much on it. Yeah, that's right. There's larvas over here. We've been there. We've fought those guys a lot. We don't need to rehash that. Oops. Wow, that armor is so much better than anything we've had in the past. Alright, so tell you what I'm going to do is hang out here for just a moment. And I think we're going to have to say sayonara. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.